Interview with Black Moth at Roadhouse.
Cool.
So obviously new album's out, absolutely killer album. Did a review of it for Get Your Rock Out. What has your been impression of the feedback you've been getting from it?
Been stoked, really. Like had such a good reception. All the reviews have been really strong and positive, and all the fans have been like so lovely about it. It's been really good touring this week actually, because it's been quite amazing seeing people singing along to everything already. It's been cool. Like the fans seem to have just really taken it on board.
They know the words better than I do already. It's amazing. Yeah.
So yeah, it's great.
So are there any particular songs on the album you're proud of, or just really like playing live?
I'm proud of it all, like, because we kind of wrote it as an album, like it was all written at the same time. So I'm kind of proud of like it as a whole album. Individual songs, there's a lot. It changes. Like some days I love some songs, and then I don't know if I could pick one.
I don't know. Yeah, like it's been nice touring the new songs actually. Like, because I think you get into them and get to know them, like get to know them again really, because we recorded them back in December last year I think.
Yeah,
so it's quite fun getting them back out the road and getting them out of the bag again, and I've been really enjoying. I really enjoyed playing Room 13 live. That's great fun.
Yeah.
There's a point in our set where we go down to the heavier tunings and it just gets in filthy. That's quite fun. And I've also really enjoyed playing Lunar as well.
Obviously, and the album art was done by Roger Dean, who's done so many good album arts, like basically owned the 70s in terms of album sleeves. What was your reaction to actually him doing that and having that done for you?
Again,
it was kind of surreal, wasn't it? Really,
and just blown away again. Like just for I mean, we're all big fans of some of the artwork he's done, like those early Budgie covers and things like that. So for us to have that sort of treatment as well has just been amazing.
Yeah.
And I saw the other day that that piece of artwork's sort of going around the country at the moment and being exhibited in galleries, and it's a proper big landscape painting that he's done, and to have that as our album cover just feels really special.
Yeah, I fucking love it. It's a great little album cover, I have to say. So when you go into writing songs, your writing methods, what is is there a set procedure, or is there just kind of you jam until you get a song idea?
Yeah, it's not really set. Like, it's kind of haphazard in the sense that different people come up with different ideas and different riffs, and then so people will probably have ideas on their own, and then we'll come into the room and jam them out together, and sort of work on them as a group. We all sort of input together, and that's how it works really. It's quite good because then, like, so you can pretty much tell immediately if a riff's any good because you bounce off each other and get each other's reaction. It's kind of works in that way really.
Right. So when you're writing, and you're very riff oriented band, I think everyone accredits you to that. Is it harder to put lyrics to music like that, or is it easier for you to?
The way that we sort of normally go about it, because Harriet lives in London and she won't always be at practice. When we're sort of structuring a song, writing a song, we'll be like, oh, this is a bit where Harriet would probably do a verse, or this is a bit where Harriet would probably do a chorus, and we'll kind of structure it out in that sense, so that once she gets to us and she wants to write some vocals and lyrics, we've kind of got like a structure, and I think that helps in that sense. I don't think she ever really struggles though. I think our riffs are generally pretty easy to put vocals to.
Yeah, because I think we're definitely a riff-based band, but we're also a riff-based band that takes sort of vocals and lyrics very, like, quite seriously as well, in the sense that they're prominent. They're a prominent part of what we do. So we always want to make space for them, and Harriet writes very interesting lyrics that aren't necessarily possibly not what you'd expect.
Not cliched.
They're not possibly what you'd expect from our band. So, a band in the riff-based world.
Alright, cool. Who would you say are your major influences when it comes to writing riffs and your musical parts?
Well, riffs. I mean, I am split down the middle on this. Like my two favourite guitarists of all time are James Williamson from the Stooges and Tony Iommi from Sabbath, and those two bands are probably the most that I've probably listened to ever. So
everyone's got completely different influences, though.
Yeah, and then so that it will vary across the band as well. So I think that's why we come out with sort of a weird but interesting blend of
it's like everyone. Although we have like certain bands that say we all love, everyone's listening to different stuff. Like obviously, like Nico's big influence is more from the blues and rockabilly and surf world and punk and stuff like that. And then, you know, I probably listen to the heaviest music of the band, and so that influenced me in that way. But then I also like the other stuff that Jim likes, and so
there's such a huge like weird pot of of stuff that we listen to. It is quite hard to single out a single band that that has influenced us as a whole.
So who do you generally listen to in your downtime? So when you have nothing else to do, you just listen.
Well, like I said, everyone's like, for me, I go through sort of like phases where like I'll get into like a certain few bands and I'll absolutely like love them for a while, listen to them loads, and then because I love discovering new music. So like, for example, I really like black metal, so I listen to stuff like Dark Throne, Altar of Plagues, Wolves in the Throne Room.
Yeah.
Like you're listening to
that, all sorts really. Like the last record I bought was Goat, the Swedish band. I absolutely loved that record, blows my mind. Also, the record I bought before that was like a Swedish metal band called Bolzer. I don't know if you've heard them. They've just been added to the Temples lineup, and that record's great. Also,
right now, the new Yob album.
Yeah.
That's something we're both...
I've not heard it yet, but...
It's absolutely incredible. That's something we're both loving at the moment.
Yeah, I saw Yob at the Brood now, up in Leeds a few weeks back, and it was just brilliant.
Okay. So you've been on this little tour across the UK, and you brought your label mates, Lim.
Yeah.
How you enjoyed their sets when they've been playing?
Great, yeah, it's been really powerful.
Yeah.
They're an energetic band, man. Like you describe us as a riff band, and you're absolutely correct. But I mean, if anyone's a riff band, man, like Lim worship at the altar of the riff, like, without a doubt. Do you know what I mean? It's pure riff worship,
but
heavy
sleaze.
Sleazy. But you see, they were friends of ours already.
Yeah.
So we've known them for years and years, and go back. A couple of them used to live in Leeds, and so like our roots with them are quite far back in that sense.
So it's really, really nice to be able to tour with a band of friends. It's great.
Fucking nice. So obviously been touring a lot. You do lots of shows. Who would you say is your favourite band to tour with that you've ever done?
Uncle Acid, man. It's gotta be. Or Red Fang. Red Fang was fun.
I love fucking Red Fang.
It's hard to choose. Like when we talked from Turbo Wolf.
I saw that show. I missed you at that show.
Did you?
Yeah, I was working late, and I missed you at that show. And I thought I didn't know who you were at the time, so I was just kind of like, just go see Turbo Wolf.
We've been so lucky with the other bands that we toured with. Like Turbo Wolf are just like, we've become really good friends with them. They're like absolutely lovely guys, and that was our first tour, so that felt so special, and like Red Fang over in Italy was just like, whoa.
So they're super nice guys as well.
Yeah.
I think as well, for me though, like the highlight is Uncle Acid, for the simple reason that I think that tour was on the cusp of when they kind of broke through to a big audience. So every night we're going around city to city in Europe, not knowing what to expect.
And they were big venues, and they're all
big
full,
venues,
like,
and they're full. And you're going out every night in front of 600, 700, 800 people, which is just
it was
unbelievable.
And again, they were lovely guys as well. So like lovely guys getting to watch fucking brilliant music every night. So we've been incredibly lucky with the bands we've managed to support so far.
So in saying that, who would you love to tour with? Who would be your favourite band if you could have any band to tour with?
So Us to support?
Yeah, it was you to support.
Just, ooh.
I think mine would be Mastodon, because I'm a huge Mastodon fan. Yeah, just I think playing to their fans as well, that would be amazing for me.
Mastodon would be cool. Rail Attack would be cool.
Rail Attack.
Yeah, that would be good.
There's loads.
I know that Harriet would absolutely love to go on tour with L7, and if they ever did another tour, I know that she would. I think that would be her ideal.
Black Sabbath are writing another album.
Hint, hint.
Hint, hint. Give her a shout out there. So, on top, what do you like to do in your downtime when you're not going to be setting up your show or?
It depends where you are, and it depends how much time you've got. Like when we're in Europe, and if you get a day off and stuff, like on the European tour with Uncle Acid, we had a day off in Prague, which was just incredible. We got to look around Prague, and I love to do stuff like that and try and discover the local city. But to be honest, man, quite a lot of the time, once you've got to a venue, set up, you've got time for like go grab some food and then.
Yeah, that's it. I think the best thing about it is like as a band, like we've all been mates for years, so like we all just, everyone hangs about with each other. So like the best thing about it, especially if you're touring abroad, is going to try out, local food and drink and whatnot. This tour, we've pretty much been staying at home because we're around the UK. In the northern dates, we'll just go back to Leeds.
Yeah.
And London, if any southern dates, we go back to Harriet's place in London. So,
yeah, cool. Obviously, you're going to be playing Desert Fest in Belgium soon. In terms of comparing festival crowds to your normal gig crowds, what would you say is the key difference between those two types of crowds?
It depends on the type of festival, I think, because I think there's two different kinds of festivals.
Yeah.
One is like your big, huge
downloads.
Leeds, Reading download. Download's slightly different than the metal ones, just because they're a little bit more music orientated, if you know what I mean. But then you have these very, very focused ones like Desert Fest, Temples, Roadburn, festivals like that, where the people who come to them love that music, like, are really passionate about that music. So I think at those festivals, it's not too much different to gigs.
It's weird, yeah. It really, really varies. I mean, I think one difference is, I guess what's been nice on this tour is this is our first headline tour.
Yeah.
So it's, it's all been Black Moth fans here to see us, and that's been quite fun. Because,
which is weird.
Yeah, I mean, this is the first time we've had a load of people down the front row singing, and
we've had that at festivals a couple of times though.
Yeah, we do.
That is really nice.
But
if you see that at festival, I like I remember from Download last year.
Yeah,
there was a bunch of people at the front singing on, and it was like wow, like cool. At a huge festival at Download to have that support is a really nice feeling.
Download last year was pretty special. Actually, like that, people went nuts at that, and that was great.
Yeah, cool. And this is going to be a kind of an abstract question, but I'll end on it.
You get an abstract answer then.
Yes, I'll end on it. What does the term "condemned to hope" mean to you?
Hey. That's quite direct. That's not abstract at all.
I mean,
what does it mean to me? I've given quite lengthy answers to this question already.
I've got time.
It can be taken in different ways, really. Like hope. Hope can either be, it can be a positive thing when in times of fucking despair. Something you need some belief that things might, improve. But other times, like, hope just sort of raises expectation of and then creates, angst and worry for no reason. So and you can sort of feel like you're trapped in hoping for something. So I guess the condemned to hope kind of encapsulates that.
Yeah.
Anything to add? Or
I would say to me, basically what Jim said. I think it's like a double-edged sword is what hope is. So like being condemned to hope is almost a play on words, because it's saying whilst hope can be a good thing, sometimes you can be condemned to hope and yet hope is all you'll ever have and you'll never actually realise things that you hope for. Basically that.
That is pretty much all I can ask. That's perfect.
All right.
That's perfect.
All right.